Hello, my name is Eric Delgado-Araujo. I will be doing a presentation on my research on remote digital proofing for GIT 437 color reproduction systems. The purpose of this research paper was to see how much the print industry's technology has changed because of the widespread use of remote digital proofing instead of the traditional hard copy proof that was once commonly used for color management. So, what is a remote digital proof and what is a hard copy proof? Simply put, a remote digital proof is a digital version of the final printed material the customer is receiving. A remote digital proof can be referred to as a soft proof or a PDF proof. A hard copy proof is the traditional proof where a sample is first created before completing a full run of an order. These samples are printed on paper that will be used for the full run, and they're also printed on the printer that they'll be going on as well for the full run. Both these proofing methods are presented to the clients to show what they can expect for color on their final printed item. Both proofing methods prove to have their own pros and cons. One of my main sources that touched on the subject was a study conducted by Caitlin Rockway and Andrew Etrin from California Polytechnic State University about virtual proofing in the packaging industry. They went into detail about how there has been a shift in the print industry from hard copy proofing to digital proofing and how this change is mostly for the better. Technology that exists today is able to show how accurate color, or is able to show how accurate the color is, but only if both the client and the printer uh, have a well-established working relationship. To elaborate more on that subject, a graphic designer should reach out to the printer to know what kind of color profiles to include in their files, or even to know how much bleed to include. Um, Brockway and McEachin also go on to explain how the traditional method of proofing could cost anywhere from $20 to 200, depending on how many copies the client is asking for, where the copies are going to, and how quickly these copies need to arrive. It may not seem like much, but if a designer is having to produce a lot of hard copies for each order, uh, it can add up after a while. Not only can hard copy proofing um, cost a lot, but also becomes inconvenient for both client and printer. Having to wait until a client receives a physical proof before printing can slow down the workflow. A print shop that mostly relies on digital proofs can have a client send changes anytime to the prepress operator. The prepress operator can then send a new digital proof, get approval, and begin printing all on the same day. Uh, Another one of my sources for this research was the customer service representative manager Weston McDonald from the ASU Print and Imaging Lab. I was able to interview him and ask him a few questions and his insight on technology the print lab uses to ensure that customers have the most accurate color for their prints. Weston said that orders that are placed from clients outside the university tend to only have a hard copy proof requested 1 out of 10 orders. And this is mostly thanks to the use of software plugins such as Pitstop Pro. With this plugin, the prepress operator is able to ensure the colors on the file are all correct. For example, they can select all the maroon in the design and actually verify that the CMYK values are all correct for the spot color. They can also go in and make any edits to the photographic elements, such as changing opacity, and they can also even go in as to converting fonts to outlines, all while being non-invasive to the original file. The accuracy in the print lab's ability to reproduce colors is consistent. It is so consistent that Weston estimates that only 1 in 20 orders within the university ever get a hard copy proof requested. However, a a printer may lie on this topic of remote digital proofing and hard copy proofing. It's clear that hard copy proofing will never go away because of the argument of how paper is paper, and how even a properly calibrated monitor cannot truly show a client what the printed paper will look like unless there's hard copy proof. All this being said, digital remote proofing is becoming the norm in the print industry, with less and less clients asking for hard copy proofs thanks to advances in technology. Thank you.